Yesterday we looked at problems where you were given two ordered pairs and we had to find a slope or find a rate of change. So let's first review how we did that. To start, write your ordered pairs in a column vertically so they kind of look like a table. So you have 5, -2, you have -1, -5. And you find the jumps. You jump from -2 to -5. You're going down 3, so that's a -3. From a 5 to a -1, down 6, so that's a -6. Your rate of change is -3 over -6. Simplifies to a positive 1 over 2. What we're going to look at next is I'm going to give you the rate of change, and you're going to have to work backwards to find one of these missing ordered pairs. Let's take a look at this. This is one of the more difficult things in this section and in this chapter. So make sure that you keep an eye on this video and you don't forget that you can always go back and re-watch this video. So here I'm telling you that the rate of change is 3 over 5. So I'm just going to write that down over to the side here. I want to find x if the 2 points are 1, 3 and x, 12. I do want to write these in a column to start, but always start with the full ordered pair. Put that one on top. I think that will help. Okay. Then you can find, you don't know your change in x here. So I'm just going to call that delta or triangle x. That's your change in x. You do know your change in y. It's going from 3 to 12, so that's a positive 9. We're going to set up a proportion here. I know that 3 over 5, that's the rate they gave me, has to equal 9 over the change in x. But remember, this isn't going to tell me x, this is going to fill in this number here. Now that I have a proportion, I cross multiply to solve. 3 times my change in x is equal to 45. Divide both sides by 3, and my change in x is 15. That does not mean that x is 15. There is another step here, and this is where people get mixed up quite a bit. I know that the change in x is 15, so I can bring that change over to here and say that it is plus 15 because it's positive. Now I have to take this ordered pair plus 15 gives me x. So 1 plus 15 is x, or x is 16. That's not an easy problem, and that's something that you're going to have to get a lot of practice on before you become really good at it. Let's go ahead and do one more together. This time you're missing a y coordinate. Start by writing your ordered pairs vertically. You have 3, -4, and then you have -3y. You're going to set up a proportion with the slope that you've been given and your changes that you have here. The one that you don't know is the one where the side with the variable. In this case, it's your change in y. That's the numerator of your new fraction. You do know your change in x. You're going from a 3 to a -3. So you're going down 6. That's your denominator. And you can cross multiply to solve here. You have 2 times your change in y is equal to -30. That makes your change in y negative 15. So we take that and substitute into my diagram up here, but it's negative, so I'm going to subtract 15 this time. That means if I start at negative 4 and I subtract 15, I will get to y. Negative 4 minus 15 means y equals negative 19. The next video will be the last video of today.